Hi, I'm Dr. Bertice Berry, and I need to tell you this story. I went to a lecture last week on General Oglethorpe. It was given by the Honorable Michael Thurman, brilliant historian, politician, just absolutely brilliant all over. And it was about Oglethorpe. He was the founder of Georgia, but it was about his life moving from slave trader to abolitionist. And so I walked away thinking about how wisdom plays the long game. And I have notebooks all over my house. There are notebooks and books that I read, notebooks on conversations that I have with people. There are notebooks on things that I'm studying. There are notebooks all over the place about this size. I start novels and books like this. They're everywhere. And I love sometimes flipping back through them and seeing what I was studying. And this one is the beginning of wisdom is the most sincere desire for instruction, and concern for instruction is a love for her, and a love for her is the keeping of her laws, and giving heed to her laws is the assurance of immortality. And then I have here how to live forever, or wisdom plays the long game. And at the bottom of it, I have written the song By and By When the Morning Comes. And it was interesting because the Honorable Michael Thurman was taking questions from the audience. And at one point, he was talking about how something that would seem like horrible, like nothing today, was a huge thing back then during the period of enslavement, and that was the baptism of enslaved people, giving them the assurance of heaven in the afterlife. Now, to us now, that's like, how dare you? But then, in the context of that time, it was a huge leap forward. And so he said, it's like the song By and By When the Morning Comes. Who knows that song? Somebody sing it. And I was standing in the back and I started singing that song, By and By. And I could hear my mother singing it. And wisdom is not just about the next generation. Wisdom is about 7 generations forward, honoring 7 generations back and giving to 7 generations forward. And in these books is always something that I can do that week, something I can do the following year, something I can do 10 years later, and some seed that I can plant for 7 generations. I'd like you to start thinking about a seed that you can plant, not for your children or for their children, but for generations down the road. What work can you be doing now that is going to give way to massive change in the future? I love you. By and by.